Scene Daddy Interviews.
Welcome everyone to Scene Daddy Interviews. My name is Ian. We are here with Corbin, Adam, and Loeden. Guys, how are you guys doing?
Fantastic.
I love this venue. It's great.
I'm doing well.
Thank you, guys. Now, Adam, you are the veteran. Corbin, I want to go to what you just said for a second there. So, how do you pronounce the city that this venue is located in?
Worcester.
That's awesome. Well done.
Yeah,
Well
I know.
done.
I know. I'm an enunciator.
This guy enunciates.
He does, absolutely. So wait, did anyone go over that with you beforehand, or did you already know?
I've seen people pronounce it in like other interviews,
Yeah.
or like people like just doing it on Twitter. So it's like I've seen it before. I've
Gotcha.
heard it before. Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. So let's do this. Let's go through. Adam, I think everyone knows you, but if you want, Corbin, if you want to tell a little about yourself and then also what you play in Rarity, we'll go through and we'll do that with Loeden as well.
Sure. So I joined the band a little bit later. I joined the band like beginning of 2017.
Mhm.
I play guitar. I play guitar. I played vocals a little bit.
Okay.
Also, I
Yeah.
feel like that's weird to say I play vocals.
Play vocals. Well, Loeden does too, right? He plays vocals.
Loeden plays vocals also. Yeah. But yeah, I'm one of like the more like recent additions, even though it's like doesn't feel like that recent anymore since it's been like almost 3 years.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my spiel. Yeah.
Very cool.
I am Loeden.
Hello, Loeden.
It is not a stage name. Adam Clarke later on will tell you that it is a stage name. It is in fact my real name.
Okay.
I am the creator and founder of everything Rarity.
Nice.
Including everything that Adam has now in his life.
That makes sense.
That's all attributed to me.
See, I knew having Adam on the show so many times, he was just a fraud.
Yeah,
and I
he's
should have gone to the creator and the owner.
He'll never stick to his roots, but he knows who got him here. He knows who got him to the dance. It was me. No, realsies though. I sang in Rarity, and yeah,
There you go.
That's pretty much it.
Nice. Now, it seems, Adam, that your reaction to that was of the humorous nature. So was there something you wanted to say about
Man, the guy is trying to convince you that Loeden Learn is not a stage name, but it is in
I'm
fact a
convinced.
stage name.
He convinced me.
That is what I find very funny. 'Cause, yeah, the guy, he owns the band. He owns everything. It's all him. I'll give him that. But Loeden Learn is in fact a
You heard
stage
it here
name.
first.
His real name is Logan. You heard it here first on Scene Daddy.
That's
This is
right.
what it is.
So, by the way, just so anyone listening knows, we're all here down in the downstairs area of the Palladium. If you hear a bunch of noise in the background, that's because people are getting ready to play. So, just to let everyone know that live interviews are so much different than, setting up and doing a Skype or a phone, doing a phone or stuff like that. Adam, you know that because you actually were able to come over to my studio before.
Yes, your studio has lots of shoes, and it's very cool.
It does. Yes, it has. I have a lot of shoes. I enjoy
it's sick.
it. Yeah. These are my Captain Americas right here.
They are very cool as well.
Those are, yeah. Now, anyone else have any weird things that they collect at all?
When I was a kid, I drank a lot of Dr. Pepper, and I collected like Dr. Pepper cans, and I put them on like my windowsill, and then I would eventually get too many, so I would like have like levels, and there's eventually like 5 levels of like Dr. Pepper cans on my windowsill.
Of the plain Dr. Pepper, so nothing special about what was on the can.
I don't know what I was collecting for. Like, I don't know what the point of that was, but like, other than that, I don't collect things. I don't think so.
Were you green before green was a color?
Yes.
There we go. An environmentalist, Corbin.
I was a collector. I collected a lot of things.
Bodies.
I collected bodies. I collected model cars.
Oh, damn.
I collected shoe boxes. At one point in my room, I had a shoebox wall.
What was in the shoe boxes?
They would just be like shoes that I had, but I would have empty, like I would just always keep the shoe boxes for years. So I had like a huge wall in my room that was just like a tower of shoe boxes.
Man, I'm learning so much here.
And what was the other? Oh, I have, remember when the Simpsons movie was coming out?
Oh, of course.
I lived next to a 7-Eleven, And in Canada, I don't know if they did it. They probably did it here too, but they turned the 7-Eleven into
Quickie Mart.
a Quickie Mart.
Oh, okay.
And so they had all like the Sims, like I got Crustios and like the Pop, the Buzz Soda, and a bunch of that stuff. And I still have it, and it's probably the most stale, like gross thing ever now, but I still have that stuff. And that's a ton of stuff, other things too, posters, all that stuff.
Okay,
I like to collect
stuff. Yeah.
Loden's a huge collector too.
What do you got?
Oh yeah, Loden's got sick video games. We were on tour and Loden bought a PS2 because he was like, "Oh, this is sick," and got a bunch of cool games and
there you go,
and posters too, and like laminates, obviously.
When I think of weird stuff, I hear Dr. Pepper cans. I hear empty shoe boxes. Do you have anything to beat those?
I have a weird. I watch wrestling.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So
sure.
I have like a stupid amount of 2004 to like 2007.
Oh, there you go.
Action figures.
Very
and
cool.
like I have like a stupid amount of children's belts because I'm a toddler. I don't know. And like a shit ton of video games because that's pretty much all I've done. And I don't know.
Well, that's at least
child stuff.
Wow, there's like a huge bunch of pounding back there. Wow. Nothing like this happening during an interview, of course. But so that actually seemed like a normal thing to collect, though.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's sorry. This is making fun of you guys, but it's just
None of us are insane. None of us collect toenails or human heads.
Okay, all right,
or any. That's true. We haven't spoke to Evan.
Yeah, there you go. Look, as long as you're not getting stopped at the border for having a big jar of toenails in the back of your van,
fair.
I think that's fine.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I wanted to make some kind of a Canadian joke about the weird things you're collecting, but then he's not weird, so I can't really do that.
It sucks. We're all really boring guys.
Oh, here we go.
Hold on.
Yeah, hold on.
Collecting wrestling stuff in Canada is kind of weird. In America, I think it's a little bit more.
No, I have to disagree because I also am a wrestling fan. So in Canada, they actually take that way more seriously than Americans do.
Loden's the only person I know who loves wrestling.
Really?
I had wrestling figures too.
Oh, there we
Actually,
go.
Kojin and Kobe did as well. So yeah, I had some friends. Yeah, you're right.
See? So we got a ton of it.
I'm wrong. But my name isn't a stage name.
But you own the band.
Mine
though,
isn't
and
either.
stuff, so. Who would pick Adam Clarke as their stage name though? That's tough.
It's a cool name. I think a lot of people
name,
would.
But, I think it's common enough that it might already be out there, right?
Yeah. But Loeden Learn, full on stage name for sure.
Yeah, double C. I get it.
There's a hockey player and he lives in like Sweden and his name is Loeden Schofer and I'm gonna kill him. It's spelt the same way as me and everything. He's bigger than me. I don't care. I'll find a way. He's gonna die one day. Yeah. Exactly. I'll suplex him to death. Anyway, that's it.
All right. So we're going to talk about some weird stuff coming up as well, I'm sure. But obviously you guys just got off of the Longest Lonesome tour. Now you're on this tour with Capstan as well as Bill Murray. Do you guys know, like, how did this all get together? Because this is one of the best tours that I've been a part of for a while.
It was sort of like people reaching out to us and wanting to have us on the tour.
Awesome.
The past few tours we've done have been like DIY, like in-house, like self-booked and everything.
Right.
But we got reached out to play this tour a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And when we found out, it was like Never Kept, Bill Murray, Capstan. It was sort of like a no-brainer, like, hey, we should really say yes to this tour. So
sure.
it was sort of like an immediate, like, hey, let's make this work. You guys free for like 3 weeks in October.
There you go.
I'll be free for 3 weeks in October, if you will.
Nice. Adam, I know you do some booking. Is that the way it went?
Yeah, 100%.
There we go.
Just verification. Just to verify.
A little bit, a little more email sent, a little bit more professional, but it happened that way.
That's good.
They reached out to us, and we were like, yeah, we'll be free for 3 weeks, as Corbin said.
I'm not a liar.
No, I would not think so. No one who wears an Old Wounds shirt is a liar. Not in my book, at least.
Mm-hmm. Exactly what you said.
So what, I think, is this 5th or 6th state on the tour?
Yeah, I believe so.
All right. So how long, how has everything been so far? Has it been running smoothly, or has this been just a crazy shit show?
This has been super cool. Actually, one of the friendliest tours we've ever been on.
Oh, very
everybody from the get was like giving each other hugs and being super welcoming, and
Nice.
everybody's helping each other out. This is a really great tour package.
Very cool.
And like we love all the bands, and like meeting the Bill Murray guys have been fantastic. Those guys are super kind and
Yep.
incredible performers. And just Capstan have been so good to us. Everybody's been awesome.
That's great. I know, Loden, you have anything to add to this?
No, yeah, exactly. It's like probably one of the smoothest starts to a tour we've had
Oh, very cool.
in a long time, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like none of the drives so far have been horrible or anything like that.
Yeah.
And like none of the drives are going to be horrible. So
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like besides that drive home, but we even have shows to go home. So it's
Oh, that's
totally,
great too.
Yeah.
You
it'll
guys
be
doing
fine.
some headliners on the way back?
Yeah, like
Oh.
three shows on the way back.
That's awesome.
What 3 shows? Charlotte, yeah. There's Moundsville, West Virginia, and then Indy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
And Indianapolis is one of our favorite places to play in the whole world.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It is so sick.
What makes that so different than other places?
The venue we always play, it's
Mhm.
called the Hoosier Dome, and it is awesome. Everybody is so kind there. It's a great vibe. There's scooters everywhere for us to ride around the city. The staff and all the people that work alongside the venue are
Yeah.
just fantastic.
Oh, okay.
And the wow, that was loud. And the kids there are also just really cool.
Yeah.
Like they really appreciate it when a band comes out to play there. And also another shout out to Richmond, Virginia,
Okay.
and Atlanta, Georgia coming up. We're really excited for that one as well.
Very cool. So, city-wise, when you're talking about like where you're playing and you say you like that specific city for playing there, is there any city that you guys look forward to for other reasons other than music?
So I do merch for Rarity, so I love a venue where I have like ample space
Right.
for like the racks and like the bins and for like plugs to plug my phone in
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff. So that always like figures into like how much I like a venue.
Sure.
If there's like tons of room for all of the merch.
That makes
as
sense.
well. Yeah, last night was tons of room.
Was that PA? That was that was New York. Okay, gotcha.
Huge shout out to Amityville, 6th time playing there last night.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. The kids are great. Staff is great. Merch area is great.
There you go.
Merch area is always done outside at Amityville.
Okay.
And we've always been fortunate enough to never be rained on
Oh, that's
when
great.
we're there.
All right.
And also on this tour, like we're fortunate enough to be like we're playing like bigger venues.
Right.
We're playing to like bigger crowds, which is like it feels really good. Like especially since the album just came out, showing like more people the album in like very, very cool venues.
No, it's awesome. Now, I did hear that the Worcester Palladium has on-site laundry. Is that true?
I have no idea.
Ah,
That'll be something to figure out.
yeah. I wanted to see if you guys got to take advantage of that or
I
not.
suppose. No. No, I don't think so. No.
I packed enough stuff to just get through the whole tour.
Oh, okay.
Last tour we did, though, I didn't have enough time to do laundry before.
Right.
So I basically emptied my hamper at home into my suitcase and took me like 2 or 3 days to find some laundry, but we made it happen. This tour I should be okay, though. Even though shout out to laundry and venues. That's a big move.
I didn't know that was such a. I mean, I'm assuming it's not 100%, but is it more than half? Is it less?
Oh, it's rare.
Is it rare? Okay.
Well, it depends on the tour you're doing. Like
Yeah.
if you're doing like this venue is huge.
Yes,
you
that's
know,
true.
so
Right.
venues of this size usually have showers and laundry,
Right.
Because bands of that level require it.
Yeah.
Bands of our level, we get broken toilets and sometimes stall doors that don't open all the way.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's better than being completely off.
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, that's happened.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
There
sure it has.
was there's been times where we've had to like guard the door, you know,
Oh, okay.
so we can do our
Gotcha.
thing. Yeah. It's okay though. We like the punk rock dirtiness
to
of these of
everything. Yeah.
some of the venues we play.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Makes sense.
Shitting in holes and whatnot. You know, that's what we do because punk rock.
Because punk rock.
Yeah, that's what we do. Peeing in water bottles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
We
Yep.
love that.
Now, I've had a story told to me on the show before where the lead singer of the band Avoid actually drank the urine of the lead singer from the band Versus by accident because it was in a Gatorade bottle,
Yeah.
a lemon lime Gatorade bottle. So the question would be, have you guys ever had anything like that happen?
Yeah, so I'm going to take this one if you guys don't mind. I'm not going to name drop, but one day we were in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, in Canada, if you don't know where that is.
No, I know Dog River, Saskatchewan, because I love the show Corner Gas.
Oh, right. We've been to the Corner Gas set, actually. It was infested
awesome.
by bees. It was really scary, yeah.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, it was like run down, and like we walked up and swarms of bees started showing up, and we were just trying to get a picture.
That was not, the show did not show that part of it.
No, I think it's been done for a long time now. It's probably torn down at this point. The locals were telling us
really?
It was going to be torn down. But like we went to a bar and they had like cutouts where you can like put your face in the hole and take pictures of as like the characters and like keychains, all that stuff. But yeah, the story.
Yes, sorry.
So no, it's
bad.
okay. I like telling that story
Yeah.
too. In Saskatchewan, wake up super early, and the person who shall not be named was extremely thirsty, parched, and grabbed the first fountain drink in the cup holder as we were driving. And Loden had slept in the van that night, and so he grabs a big swig out of the drink and realizes what it is. Rolls down the window, spits it out, starts screaming, but the pee flew back into the van because we were on the highway and hit 4 other guys in the face. And the best part about it is right behind the driver's seat, because he was in the passenger seat, right? Loden was laying on the floor. So all the pee flew over Loden.
Wow.
And hit everybody else. So in like 1 to 3 seconds, Loden peed on 4 people. It's one of my favorite things that has ever happened.
Normally you have to charge extra for that, so it's not too bad.
That was really close to my birthday too, so it was a really good birthday present.
Yeah,
birthday present from the gods, if you will. Yeah,
nice.
Malt pea with a little bit of Dr. Pepper mixed in there. Yeah.
I see. Do you guys need a corporate sponsorship from Dr. Pepper? I think so. Can we get that working?
We also love Pib. Pib is really good too.
Well, isn't that their main competitor?
Pib Extra.
Yeah, isn't that?
You guys need to fight for our love.
Yeah,
Dr. Pepper and Pib.
Well, I originally thought when you told that story, I thought that you were going to say that the window was up when he tried to spit it out the window, which would have also been funny as well, but maybe you wouldn't have that ricochet to everyone in the back.
No. 2 things had to happen. The window had to be down, and we had to be doing 120 on the highway for the perfect storm.
Fantastic.
That's 120 kilometers, not miles. We're not trying to die.
Oh man. I'm going to switch it up because obviously we want to promote what you guys are doing as well. So we talked about the tour a little bit. How did the new album, how did The Longest Lonesome do for you guys? Because when I talked to Adam the last time, you guys were on your headlining tour, but I don't think, was it out at that time? Yeah, it wasn't out.
It wasn't out yet.
Okay.
No.
So now you guys had signed with New Damage. Now you've got the new album out. What's been the response from people?
Well, first they met us with a lot of patience, like right before it came out.
Sure.
And then the second we dropped it, I feel like it was just all this waiting, all super paid off. Like people were immediately like telling us what like their favorite songs were on the album.
Awesome.
We did like a few like sort of semi like secret release shows in like we played like a parking lot, we played like the New Damage office,
nice.
and we played like a basement.
Yeah.
And those were like the first 3 shows like promoting the album after it has been released, and starting with that going into like, you know, a tour here and then this tour that we're on, it's been a very warm response.
Very
I would
good.
say. Yeah.
That's awesome to hear. Great.
Last night in Amityville, I heard a really cool story. There's this kid named David, and he's 15 years old, and he came out to see us yesterday.
Very cool.
And he was telling me the story about he figured out the length of our EP and I Couldn't Be Weaker, our last full length.
Yeah.
And he timed it so that he could press play on the beginning of the first EP and go through the EP and the first record so that it would line up for The Longest Lonesome coming out at midnight. So the first
cool.
like the first song of The Longest Lonesome would start at midnight. I was like, that is so cool. I think that is really cool. So I want to share that.
Yeah. No, it's awesome.
David,
Very
you
cool.
rule.
It's been good. It's been real good. It's been a good time.
I am glad to hear it.
Good release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, from what you've gone through when you were with Rise and you had, I Couldn't Be Weaker, do you think this has been an even more positive experience for you guys? Like, is this that kind of like, yeah, we've made it. We're definitely going to keep going. We've got, possibly working on or looking forward to working on new music, like that kind of feeling because of that?
Definitely. Like, we feel a lot more control now of what we're doing. And it's just a little like, I feel like before we didn't know what to expect, and now we know what to expect, so we can be a little bit more creative with how we go about putting things out into the world.
Right.
And we have a lot more flexibility now. And the team that we have at New Damage is fantastic.
Awesome.
And they're super open to all of our crazy ideas, which is sick, like playing in a parking lot.
Yeah.
They were all about that. So yeah, no, it's exciting, and we're definitely already like Loeden showed me a new song this morning he was working on.
All right.
Where everybody's writing like crazy and just kind of getting excited to get into the next project.
Very cool. Is it easier to write when you're out on tour? Like, is there enough downtime to be able to do that?
No, honestly, it's like a brand new thing that I just put my laptop in my backpack on this tour, and I was like, if you guys ever want to write, like, I have my interface, and like you guys can just plug in your guitars anytime you want. We can like demo shit out. So it's like a brand new fucking thing. Like for this tour. Yeah.
Interesting. All right. So that hasn't, for your experience then by doing it, or any of your experiences from doing that, do you feel like it actually lifts? Like, I would say for me, if I'm able to do work when I'm doing something else and you get a little bit ahead, you almost feel like that's free work. Like, oh man, I got that done and it didn't cost me anything. Do you guys feel the same way, or is it more of like, man, I really wish, locking myself away in a room and doing it?
I'm more so like the lock myself in a room type person. But on this tour, I'm definitely gonna like utilize the fact that we have an interface.
Yeah.
Like Loeden said, this is like a really new thing. So sometimes when I'm writing, I like to sort of just sit down and don't even think about what sort of riff or like part I want to play. I just sort of like pick a random spot on the guitar and figure out something cool.
Yeah.
So I'm sure on this tour, something like that will happen as well. I'm very used to doing the whole like, go in the basement by yourself and like write. But I am trying to like, sort of get out of that get out of that comfort zone.
Right.
Sometimes getting out of your comfort zone is like very cool things come from that.
For sure. Yeah. Very cool. Adam?
Yeah, I think we spend a lot of time talking about it too. Like while we're driving, long night, like late night drives and stuff. We talk about what we want from the music and cool ideas and like, things we've listened to recently that inspired us. And we try to like just brainstorm that way as well, even without instruments, just like talking it out, what we think is a cool vibe or direction to take things.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a sick part in that song. Maybe we can try something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That kind of stuff.
Very cool. Well, guys, I know this has been the shortest that I've ever been able to talk to Adam. Normally we're an hour and a half or so, but I know that setting up live interviews is always really tough with scheduling and trying to get things done. So we got to close out right now, but I do want to finish with a couple things. One is, I actually heard from someone recently who listens to the shows. They went and saw you guys for the first time. I think it was in I want to say the Virginia show, possibly.
Richmond?
I think it was like on Friday,
yeah.
Thursday or Friday. He went to the show. And he was super impressed by you guys. And one of the things he was very impressed by as well was that you seemed to be, at least at that time, the only band that wasn't using backing tracks. And he was super impressed by that. And I think
I love that he noticed that.
Oh yeah, and to be completely honest, it's something I noticed too, and it's something that is getting a little lost now in the stuff that we're doing. So I just wanted to, I don't know if congratulate is the right word to say, but just to give you that, that kind of kudos, because it is really cool, I think, in a live, setting, especially he thought so too. He's old school metalcore and everything. And then to see you guys do that, he was very happy for that. But what I also want to ask is, what are the future plans? We always kind of got to end like that. What do you guys have planned for the rest of this tour, for coming off, for after the tour, what you plan on doing as well?
Yeah, sure. So first thing I would say is shout out Counterparts, because they also don't play to a click or anything.
True. Yeah.
They are the tightest band ever, and they pull it off.
Right.
And a lot of our favorite bands are the same way, so we always try to like avoid doing that.
For sure.
No hate on people that do
Oh,
it,
no,
but
and
it's
that's
just
the thing,
like
yeah.
we like the way it feels.
Right.
So I think that is super cool that he noticed that because
Oh,
we
yeah.
talk about that all the time, and nobody's ever mentioned that to us before.
Yep. Shout out to Rick. He'll
Yes.
love that. Yeah.
Shout out Rick. Second of all, we are taking the rest of the year off
Okay.
because we've done nearly 100 shows this year,
Oh yeah, you guys are killing it. Yeah.
and we are pooped.
Yep.
And we've got some big tour plans next year. Looking to go to across the pond.
Yep.
And gonna figure out some more U.S. Canadian touring as well. We just are working that out. But yeah, that's maybe some new music stuff.
Awesome.
I don't know if you guys have anything to say.
You said the one thing that I was gonna say. It was like the Europe tour. So I'm just
Well, you just confirmed it.
Heyo.
I was like, maybe we'll go across the pond, and Corbin's like, yeah, the Europe tour that we're doing.
We have a Europe tour March 10th.
There we go. He did it. He did. That
Yeah.
was almost a wrestling promo too. That was good.
See ya, Europe. We're coming for you, brothers.
Absolutely perfect. Anything else you guys want to go over before we call it?
Rarity.
Rarity. Longest
Rarity?
Lonesome. Ian, we love you. Thank
Love you
you
guys,
for
man.
having us all the time.
Absolutely.
Seriously, you're the best.
No, you guys know I love you. So this has been awesome, and I'll make sure to have description. I will have links in the description of the episode so that people can follow you guys. Hopefully go to this tour because this tour is fucking awesome.
Sick.
And then I'm sure we'll talk again very soon.
My man, so much love.
Thank you guys.
Instead of link in the description, do description in the link.
That's what I almost went for.
That's where
Yeah.
you were going.
That's
saw
where I was
that.
going. I'm flustered. That's just the way
It's a
it is.
crazy day.
It
Lots
is.
of interviews.
Absolutely crazy.
Subscribe to the Patreon, YouTube link in the.
Just keep going. Well, thank you guys so much, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, take care.
You've been listening to Scene Daddy Interviews.
Thank you all for listening to Scene Daddy Interviews. Make sure you support the artists we featured by checking out the summary of the episode. Also, for all your scene news, reviews, and memes, make sure to follow Scene Daddy and Ian Hates on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe and rate Scene Daddy Interviews on your favorite podcast listening app for more great artist interviews in the future. Stay seen.